It's time for Faith and Finance, and we're going to be talking savings. I'd seen some stats that are a little crazy. As recently as 2025, Bankrate.com had a survey that said that 59% of Americans could not afford to pay for a $1,000 emergency out of their savings. That's a little crazy when you think about how easy it is to hit a $1,000 emergency, right? Your fridge goes out, the tire pops, somebody has to go to the doctor. It's crazy how fast you can hit a $1,000 emergency fund or emergency and need that emergency fund. I also saw another survey or study on bankrate.com that said as many as 77% of Americans do not feel that they are financially secure. Now, that probably points to a whole bunch more than just savings, but today we're going to be talking about savings. Now, let's dive into some passages because it's faith and finance. Proverbs 6 through 8, and Proverbs 27:23 through 27. First, 6 through 8. That says, "Go to the ant, you sluggard, consider its ways and be wise. It has no commander, no overseer or ruler, yet it stores its provisions in summer and gathers its food at harvest." Now, of course, this passage is not only talking about savings, it's also talking about work ethic of the ant going out there and preparing. What I want to focus on today is the savings, how it's storing things up for later. Now, Proverbs 27:23 through 27. "Be sure you know the condition of your flocks and give careful attention to your herds. For riches do not endure forever, and a crown is not secure for all generations. When the hay is removed and the new growth appears, and the grass from the hills is gathered in, the lambs will provide you with clothing, and the goats with the price of a field. You will have plenty of goat's milk to feed your family and to nourish your female servants." The point of the passage, I believe, or at least one of the points, is are you saving up for the future when it may not be as easy, right? When the plants aren't just everything's there. You can go pick the apples, pick the bananas, right? When you can just everything's doing great. Are you saving for those times when winter's here, when times are a little tougher, right? In today's world, you don't necessarily, at least not all of us, are raising goats and raising sheep. So the idea is, are you saving up for those tougher times? Are you saving up for when things pop up, whether it's emergencies or whether it's maybe just like in my business, you can go through times where you're making good money and then making times where you're not making as much money. That's many times the joys of being in business for yourself. Are you saving up money for the future? If you are, I highly suggest you change that immediately. I highly recommend at least 10%. And if you can't get to 10%, save what you can. Start today, start tomorrow, go into your budget and figuring out how much can I save and set aside. Start right away and begin to watch that build up. Thank you for watching. I felt like today my words were going all over the place. I'd love to talk about a topic you want me to talk about. Hit me up and make it an amazing week.